Yo, what's going down, everybody? It is Straight Out of Boston. Today I'm back for episode number 2 of my Dallas Cowboys franchise series here on Madden NFL 19. So we've got a big week 2 matchup coming up between the Cowboys and the Giants. It's always a big game when these two teams get together. One of the best rivalries in football, one of the best rivalries in the NFC East, which seems to have rivalries aplenty. As you can see, I'm getting some training done ahead of our Week 2 matchup. So coming off of a Week 1 victory over the Carolina Panthers, in which we eked out a 19-16 win. And you can see the Giants are also coming off of a Week 1 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars at home by 7 points. A pretty good Week 1 win for them. So this is a big game. Both teams looking to start off the season 2-0. It's Sunday Night Football from AT&T Stadium. A prime time game here for a couple of NFC East division rivals. As you can see, both teams getting ready to take the field. Let's take a look at Sterling Shepard. He had a pretty big week last week against Jacksonville. 112 yards on 6 catches and a touchdown as well. So here we go, getting things going with the moments. We get the ball to start the game and immediately start to drive down the field. We got a 3rd and 5 here from the 41-yard line, putting Gallup in motion. Prescott dropping back out of the shotgun set, finding his man Terrence Williams on the curl route on the right side for the first down. Prescott's second completion of the day, and now later on the same drive, 3rd and inches from the 22. Prescott sees the blitz, he audibles to a pass play, tries to hit his man Allen Hurns quickly, but a nice hit by the linebacker who was playing cover 1, knocks the ball loose, sets up 4th down. On 4th down, we come out looking like we're going to go for it. We do go for it, throwing out of the I formation, and it is Jeff Swaim getting into the end zone for a touchdown. He broke free on the little out route. The Giants were lined up in the goal line defense, so I knew I was going to want to pass it there. And our tight end Swaim got wide open, ended up getting all the way to the end zone for the touchdown. So now another chance here in the first quarter, late, less than a minute to play. Prescott from the 9-yard line dropping back. He's going to take off and run with it, and he's in. His second rushing touchdown in 2 weeks, and he has the Cowboys up by 14 points here in Dallas on the New York Giants. And now after another turnover there by the Giants, I don't know if you can tell from the moments there, but basically whenever we get the ball, almost immediately or whatever, the way that the ball starts moving in terms of the direction of the field just changes immediately. That usually means there was a turnover, and you saw it right there. We got the ball back. We're driving. Here's Ezekiel Elliott on first down getting a handoff. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. I haven't run the ball very effectively with Ezekiel Elliott in these first 2 weeks, but I am much more effective with him in week 3, which you will also see in this video. There, I hit Terrence Williams. That sets up 4th and short, and now normally I would be pretty aggressive. 4th and 2 from the 6, I would go for that, but the field goal here puts us up by 17, which makes it a 3-score game. So in this case, I'm going to just take the points and put up the crooked number of sorts, going up by 3 scores. So here we go. The Giants get a field goal. Now we have the ball back. Under 1 minute to play in the second quarter, trying to put on a little 2-minute drill. I hand the ball off to Elliott. Now I'm going to go hurry up on 3rd and 4. It's Prescott dropping back, and he gets sacked immediately. Dalvin Tomlinson blowing up the double team there, so that would force the punting unit to come out on 4th down. We would punt this one deep, and this would pretty much end off this first half. So the Cowboys are going to head into halftime with a 2-touchdown lead. Pretty pleased with this first half performance. And you can see we would not get another chance to get into this game until a red zone alert late in the third quarter. Now Cowboys with the ball and driving. First down, we give it to Elliott. He only picks up 1 yard there, setting up 2nd and 9. This time we go right back to him. He's got a little bit more of a hole, gets 6 yards, sets up 3rd and short. So Prescott out of the shotgun, dropping back. He's going to scramble, and this time he's stopped at the 1, tackled by Olivier Vernon there for the New York Giants. So 1st and goal from the 1. We're looking to the air once again. It's Cole Beasley, and that was just another situation where I saw the Cowboys defense lined up in their heavy set. I'm never going to run when a team comes out in the heavy formation. I'm always going to pass out of that. And I did it right there. And that was an easy touchdown for Cole Beasley. So a 3-touchdown lead now for the Cowboys. We get another chance here with Ezekiel Elliott on 3rd down. He picks it up just barely, continuing to allow us to wind the clock here. I change the play almost immediately to a play action because we had been running the ball so much. So we go play action here. Now Prescott moving to his left, finding Allen Hurns over the middle. He stopped at the 1-yard line. So first and goal from the 1, and this time I see the Giants with only 3 linemen on the line of scrimmage as opposed to coming out in the goal line formation as they had before. They appear to be making adjustments. We are too. We're going to run the ball this time, and Elliott gets his second touchdown of the day as he had a big performance here against the New York Giants, and he was a big reason why we came out on top with a 31-6 victory. So we start off the year 2-0, an impressive start. The defense especially looking very good against Carolina on the road in week 1 and then at home against the Giants in week 2, combining to only allow 19 points over the course of the 2 games. Taking a look at the numbers, Dak Prescott with a much better performance here tonight than he had in week number 1. Played it much more conservatively, only 24 pass attempts, and completed 18 of them for 178 yards and 2 touchdowns. Elliott with the big performance, over 100 yards and 2 scores. And you can see here it was Jeff Swain and Cole Beasley catching the touchdowns for the Cowboys here tonight. Defensively, a couple sacks for Randy Gregory and Tyrone Crawford. And Jordan Lewis, one of our other young defensive backs, had an interception. So a good performance out of the defense, like I said, which is probably the most encouraging part of these first 2 weeks. I sort of know I'm going to be able to score points. The offense is, a lot of the time up to how I'm playing, but the defense, especially, in a game like that where I didn't even get to control them once, when the defense is playing that well, it's very, very encouraging. So new to this year's Madden is the ability to add custom draft classes, and I did decide to go with the Operation Sports 2019 custom draft class made by the same guys who make the Operation Sports rosters for MLB The Show. So you can see I've got all the real prospects in here. There is a downside to doing this in that if you've played a franchise with these classes before, you already know which players are going to be good, which ones are going to be busts, and there isn't a lot of variance. Like if a guy's taken in the first round, he's probably a first-round prospect. There aren't as many busts or late-round sleepers as you get with the auto-generated classes. It's not quite as interesting to do, but I think it is actually good. I think it's good for the series to have the real college players in there, at least some of them, for this first year. So I decided to go with that. I think it'll make the series a little bit more interesting in year number 2. And moving beyond that, looking at our first available guys who we can re-sign, who are free agents at the end of the year. One of them is DeMarcus Lawrence. He, of course, was franchise tagged last offseason. I want to get him signed to an extension. He is just quite simply one of the best D linemen in this game, and his ratings are phenomenal. He's only 25, 26, I believe, so I'm trying to get him locked up. I'm trying to build my defense around him, or at least build my front 7 around him. After, Sean Lee eventually retires within the next few years, I want Lawrence to be that building block. So I'm going to try and get him signed. He didn't like my initial offer. I think I have to increase my signing bonus, but hopefully we will get his contract done within the next couple of weeks. So we've got a Week 3 game here against the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. So Seattle, not quite as tough of a team as they have been in previous years, but it's always tough to go into Seattle and win, especially on a rainy afternoon. And look at the interception by KJ Wright. You can see Prescott is absolutely just stunned. He's not moving. And KJ Wright with a diving interception there for the turnover to swing the momentum a little bit here in the first quarter of this game. Seattle coming right down the field. They've got a third down in the within the 25-yard line at the 21. Wilson dropping back on 3rd and 10. He finds his man Doug Baldwin, but short of the first down marker, so 4th down coming up. Janikowski is out. He will attempt a field goal, then go for the fake. It's a flip. Janikowski looking for the pass, but he misses his wide open target. And that gives the Cowboys the ball back with this game still tied at 0. Now we are driving down the field, a 3rd down from the 31-yard line. It's Kajus over the middle, open and grabbing the 3rd down toss from Prescott. Now 1st and 10 from the 11. 8 minutes to play in the second quarter, still scoreless. That time he hits Blake Jarwin, I believe that was, over the middle. And now Prescott looking right side. He's got Kajus in the end zone for the touchdown. So Prescott has been utilizing his tight ends. He's got 4 of them on the depth chart, and he's been throwing to almost all of them in this first handful of weeks in the 2018 season. Here's Seattle with the ball in the red zone, trying to keep them out of the red zone is what the Cowboys are doing. That was Carson on the handoff. Now it's Lockett over the middle for the touchdown. So Wilson getting the Seahawks into the end zone, answering it right back, tying the game up at 7 midway through the second quarter. Now we get the ball back, still midway through the second quarter, driving 3rd and inches from the 45, handoff to Elliott up the middle on the inside zone. He takes it for the first down and a little bit more. getting us into field goal territory at the 38-yard line. But we would not get another chance until fourth down. It's 4th and 4, so we're going to send out the field goal unit. Brett Maher kicking a 49-yarder through the uprights. I nerfed the field goal kicking a little bit this game after I hit that 62-yarder. I nerfed it for this game specifically, but you'll actually see that come into play a little bit later. So I'm not sure if I should switch it back, but maybe you guys can help me make my judgment on that. There's Shaquem Griffin getting the sack on Prescott. Now 2nd and 17. Prescott dropping back, and he throws it right into the hands of Bobby Wagner. I thought I had Kajus wide open over the middle there. Didn't even see Wagner peering in from behind the defense. So this gives Seattle another chance under the 2-minute warning, but Byron Jones gets it right back, intercepting the Russell Wilson ball intended for Tyler Lockett. That looks like a little curl route or a comeback, and just a great play by Byron Jones. So I hand the ball off here with 55 seconds to play. Elliott making some guys miss. He actually picks up 13 yards, gets us to the 27. So now I'm going to start looking through the air to try and move the ball through the air here. Maybe get into field goal range. Prescott hitting Terrence Williams on the crossing pattern. Williams hustling to get out of bounds, and he does just that. 44 seconds to play. We have 2 timeouts left now, 19 seconds to play. Ball from the 44. Prescott looking over the middle. That ball broken up. It was intended for 89 Blake Jarwin. That sets up 4th down, so we would have to punt it away, and we would not be able to add on any more points before the end of the half. So we take a 10-7 lead into halftime. Coming out of the half, we are on defense now as Seattle, on their second drive of the third quarter, has got it up for 3rd and 7. Wilson looking deep, but a nice play by number 30 there. That is Anthony Brown, and that is going to set up 4th down for the Seahawks. They will kick the field goal. We get the ball back, drive down the field now. We've got the ball at the 15-yard line, under a minute to play. Prescott, shotgun set. He fires one, almost intercepted. A nice defensive play by KJ Wright. Not even his man, but he was shading over towards the tight end to prevent the first down throw. So that sends out another field goal attempt for the Cowboys, and it's Brett Maher converting once again, giving us the 3-point lead once again. But Seattle not going to bed quite yet. They've got the ball, and they are driving into the red zone. It's Rashad Penny getting the handoff there. He picks up 11. Now 2 plays later, it's 3rd and 2. 8 minutes to play from the 10-yard line. Wilson looking back of the end zone. And it is Ed Dixon, the veteran tight end out of Oregon, making a phenomenal catch. And he spikes it right off the head of Jeff Heath there. Such a disrespectful move as the Seahawks take a 17-13 lead. Now they would get the ball back after we punted. So 6 minutes left. We need to get a stop here to get this ball back and still have it be a 1-score game. Wilson scrambling. He takes off. It is DeMarcus Lawrence and Sean Lee there to bring him down. He gets the ball to the 35-yard line. So Janikowski out for a kick. We know he's got a strong leg. This is from 52 yards, and it is going to be short. So maybe I nerfed the field goal power a little bit too much there. I turned it down to 45, I think, and caused Janikowski to miss a 52-yarder, which usually is within his range. So we get the ball back, pretty good field position, and we are immediately taking it down the field. Just 90 seconds after that kick attempt, it's Prescott firing on the run, and an impressive touchdown toss to Allen Hurns, who came open at the back of the end zone there. That gives the Cowboys the lead under 5 minutes to play. And we are looking at a potential 3-0 start, but look at that. A long touchdown pass for the Seahawks puts them back on top 24-20. We get the ball, 3 minutes to play, and now it's time for Prescott to try and lead a game-winning drive here for the Cowboys. Prescott looking over the middle. It's Terrence Williams coming open. He makes the grab, and that's going to be a pickup of a first down and a little bit more now later in the drive. 3rd and 9. Prescott with a man in motion, looking left side, and it's Earl Thomas undercutting the route. He picks it off. He is going to be brought down back into field goal territory above the 2-minute warning. So Dallas with a chance to get this ball back. It's first down for Russell Wilson. He fires over the middle. That looks like it could have been picked by Jeff Heath. Instead, he knocks it down. 2 plays later, 3rd and 9 from the 35. Play action again. But this time it's Sean Lee and new Cowboy Aaron Lynch bringing Wilson down. So they would punt the ball away. We get it back, 1:29 to play. Prescott dropping back, hit as he throws. That falls incomplete. 4th down coming up. You know we're going to go for it on 4th down. We have to at this point with only 2 timeouts left and 1:26 to play. Prescott dropping back on 4th down, trying to force it in there, and it's Earl Thomas once again making a play, looking for 6, but he steps out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So now Seattle, they need a touchdown to put this game away. A field goal keeps Dallas in it, and there's Jeff Heath breaking up a potential touchdown pass. 3rd and goal, and Seattle staying aggressive here was interesting. They kept throwing the ball, which pretty much kept us in it. We only had to use one of our timeouts there. The clock said 1:08. They would convert the field goal, so they're up by 7 now. But we get a third chance with the ball under the 2-minute warning. That was almost another interception, but this time it's Kajus breaking free. He gets a nice chunk play right there to the 44-yard line. We go 2nd and 10. Prescott looking left side, and it's Earl Thomas. Who else? Making a play, his third interception of the fourth quarter. That's 5 on the day for Prescott, and this one puts the game away. The Seahawks hand the Cowboys their first loss of the season with a 27-20 win here on a rainy afternoon that has turned into night here in Seattle. They come away with the win. They improved to 2-1, equaling us with the same record. You can see the stat line there. Prescott, a horrific game with the 5 picks. Most of those were indeed my fault. Hand up. My bad. Ezekiel Elliott with another good game, averaging 4.6 yards per carry. Did not get into the end zone. You see a lot of touchdowns here. Kajus and Hearns hauling them in for us. And defensively, a lot of interceptions to go around today. Of course, looking at the sacks first, we had David Irving, Randy Gregory, each with 1, and then Sean Lee and Aaron Lynch combining for 1. And interceptions, we ended up getting 1 from Byron Jones, which was clutch at the time. But unfortunately, we get handed our first loss. So 2-1, back to reality for us a little bit, but we will bounce back ahead of our Week 4 matchup and look to get back in the win column. A tough loss as Jeff Swaim is out for 7 weeks there with an elbow injury. That is unfortunate, but luckily we have tons of tight end depth. So we've got the Lions in Week 4. That's coming up next episode. Hope you guys did enjoy. Thanks for watching, and it doesn't matter. Peace.